Alright, so here is a set of transport locks for the Nexscan. These two cylinders are going to lock the CCD and the lens carriage. This one goes in the lid to hold the transparency lamp assembly. These two brackets go in the bottom to hold the whole scan head securely. And this single screw here goes into this corner. And to get everything in position for inserting these locks, we have to use the diagnostic software running on OS 9. I have that ready to go here. I'm going to call up a test job. It's called Transport Position 1. Okay, this is going to move the carriages for the inserting these two cylinders into the right place, and it brings the head into the middle so I can access it easily. First, it's going to initialize finding home, and then it's going to come back out. This scanner has been upgraded today with LEDs. You can see them in there where the reflection lamp goes, and a completely new assembly here for the transparency arm. Good. So the test job, Transport Position 1, puts the CCD assembly down here at the bottom, and it puts the lens assembly up here at the top. Then we take these cylinders and we're going to insert them in here. And you want to use the hole that does not have a raised area around it. See, these are part of the manufacturer's holders when they cast the aluminum, but these two things are going to go in the other holes that don't have that raised area around them. Okay, so you just have to kind of feel it. It goes all the way in. Usually it's pretty smooth, and in this case it was, and then using a regular standard head screwdriver, just tighten these two screws. So in this case, these brackets weren't really taken all the way out. The screws were just loosened, but there's a small L bracket that holds each corner here. In Transport Position 1, where it is now, you're supposed to do these two and this one. So I'm gonna tighten up these screws. And these are pretty tight already, but the ones I need to really work on are back here in the back, which you can't see, but you can believe me, they're back here. There's one last transport lock here on the corner. It looks like this. It's got a rubber back and a metal washer with this orange paper. And that's going to go right here. The screw comes out. Just put it there. It helps hold the glass in on that corner. So after we've put in the two cylinders, as I showed you, and the corner screw, we go to the test job with Command J, Transport Position 2. This is going to move the scan head into the home position for inserting that long screw in the front and putting basically all the rest of the locks in the machine. Okay, this long screw, if you're lucky, it still has the little marker from the factory, which hangs out to draw your attention to the fact that it's installed, but it goes in this hole under this corner where this cap is holding the glass in. So this holds the top of the scan head, and then the two triangle brackets I showed you earlier holds the bottom of the scan head, and I'll be doing those shortly. So nice and tight. And then I'm just going to put this in here for the journey. So put it back where it belongs. The screws on these are normally captured with small C-clips. If on your machine they are not captured, look inside the bottom of the machine for very tiny C-clips. Maybe you find them and you can put them back on. Next step is to put this one up here, and it just holds the arm from rattling too much during the trip. And there's a screw here that goes right there. Sometimes the Heidelberg techs left the screw in this hole, so if you can't find the screw, check the hole. Maybe the bracket's in the bag, but the screw is missing. I've seen it before like that. After putting this screw in, we can reattach this glass cover just with these 2 thumb screws. And now we go back inside the bottom of the machine after this to insert these 2 brackets you see here. So at this point we've got everything in position. We can turn the machine off, we can shut down the Mac. I'm going to type in EX to exit the diagnostic software and go here under special and do a shutdown. It's always a good practice to shut down your Mac before you shut off your SCSI peripherals. It's turned off now. I turn off the machine over here. So I put this white cover back on it because I was servicing everything, and it's just 3 screws at the top, 3 screws at the bottom. So now we're going to put these, they come against this cover. They bolt to the bottom and to the cover. Oops. Like that. And the other one comes on this side like that. And it's just 2 screws at the bottom and 1 here at the top. And up here there's 2 more screws to put in that just holds this bracket. And then there's another bracket in this corner, just like the one on the other side. You put all these screws in and you're finished.